This song, So Many Like Me, if I can think of one of the most traumatic times in my life, it was when I wrote this song. I found myself after a relapse back in a treatment center. It's the third rehab I've been in. It was the first week I was there. I was sitting at the edge of my bed. They let me have my guitar, and I just started playing it. I didn't know anything else. Here I've been this worship leader. I have albums. I've been playing, songs to the Lord, which I absolutely meant with my whole heart. How could I find myself in rehab? I didn't know how I got back here. I started playing the guitar, and some of the words just popped right out. One of the words was, "If I say that you are king, then God, what's wrong with me?" I felt like, Jesus, if I believe in you and I know who you are and I trust and all these things, then how did I wind up here? How did I get back to this place? One of the other lyrics that I wrote says, "When darkness takes my life, I'm terrified inside. How can I share these things I hide?" I felt like for me, addiction was something I felt so alone in. I felt like I was the only one. I was terrified to tell anybody. I didn't want my wife to know. I didn't want my pastor to know. I didn't want anybody to know. The closest people to me, the people that would have accepted it and taken me in, I couldn't share it. I felt so alone. There was a fear that took over me that said, if I share this, everything will fall. Your life will be over. The sad thing, I didn't realize that it already was. You really feel an addiction that you can keep hiding it. And so for me to share and for me to tell anybody was truly terrifying. The chorus says, "Is anybody out there? Does anybody see? Am I alone in this darkness? Is there anyone like me?" As I started working the recovery process in treatment, I started to learn more about the disease. I started to learn more about why my brain does the things that I do. So each day I would write another piece of the song, and as I get to the bridge, there's a lyric that says, "In my weakness you make me strong. Feel you breathing inside my lungs. I surrender, all my life is yours." And I started to truly feel that as I started working this recovery process. I started to find hope again. I started to realize maybe I'm not alone in this. Maybe there's others out there just like me. So my heart and my hope for this song, for anybody listening, for anybody struggling with addiction, for anybody struggling with anything that's preventing them from moving forward with God, I want to tell you firsthand that I know that there are so many others out there just like me.